Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dom. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you decided to stop by on my little corner of YouTube. If you are here, then you know the title. This is the Colourpop Lost in Love collection, first impression-y thoughts slash mini review situation. If that sounds like something that would interest you, if you want to see how I created this look, what I think about the palette, what I think about the blush, what I think about the lip gloss, then please stay tuned. I'm so glad to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alrighty friends, let's get into the product breakdown. I do have my notes here because I did script this video out just so I made sure that I hit everything. I did pick up 3 products out of the collection. I picked up one of the glosses, one of the blushes, and then obviously the palette. They do have like jelly much shadows and like a couple different things, I believe, and like glitters, but those things don't really appeal to me. So far, as of today, January 31st, I do believe most of everything is in stock on their website, but yeah, my goal is to try to get this up in the first week of February, so by that time I don't know if everything will be in stock, but let's just go over everything. So I got one of the ultra glossy lips. This one is in the shade Taken, which is like kind of really pretty pink shade. I haven't tried any of Colourpop's glosses in quite some time. I like the smell of it. The smell doesn't bother me at all, and it's got like little hearts and stuff on there, which is super cute. And then I got one of the cream blushes that they released during this Valentine's Day collection, because they have their heart-shaped blushes, but then they have cream blushes as well. And I got the shade Cutesy Wootsy, like they have the shade names on the box. And I'm excited to try this one because I love cream blush. And this is the shade Cutesy Wootsy. So it's just like a vibrant red pink blush. So I'm gonna try that one out. And then of course I picked up the palette, the Lost in Love palette. I really like the idea, like the packaging for these. I think everything looks super cute. And this is what the palette looks like. So there's 6 mattes and there's like 6 metallic-y shimmery shades. I haven't tried out any of Colourpop's palettes in quite some time, because I feel like most of the time I just end up decluttering them anyway. So I want to do something kind of fun but really pretty. I don't really know what to do, what to use, like where to start. So with that being said, I just currently have on like concealer on my lids. I do have to go to my sister's birthday dinner this evening, so I don't want to do anything like too crazy, but I feel like honestly there's nothing gonna be too crazy with this look, but you get what I'm saying. Let's see, let's start out with, I'm gonna start out with this shade here. It's just like this light pink, the shade Dibs. So pretty, just like a light pink. I don't really wear, like I don't really try out like a lot of Colourpop's collections. Like I haven't tried any of their Valentine's Day collections at all, so that's just kind of powdery. I feel like I wish it had a little bit more pigment to it, because I feel like it's not overly light. Like I've had pink shades show up on me, but there's just kind of a little bit more in the, I don't know, not chalkier side, because I don't want to say chalky, but it's definitely more on the, I don't know how to describe this shade without like saying it's chalky, because it's not chalky, but it's also not coming off as pink. Obviously I could have used like a light toned base, but I don't know, sometimes I don't want to do that. I just want to see how it works like on my complexion, which I think is fair. These palettes also don't have mirrors in them. I wish they did, but I understand that would like make the cost of them go up as well, so I get that. I kind of want to do something that's not, I mean obviously this is going to be pink, but I don't want to do something that's necessarily just like in your face Valentine's Day. I feel like I didn't think I was gonna like the peachy tones in here, but I actually don't mind them because I feel like that could make it a little bit more wearable, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's go into probably gonna go into both of these shades. The first one, Just Us, I think I'm gonna go into that one first, and then this one. Like, they look pretty similar on camera, but this one is a little bit more purpley. Like, it's way more purpley in real life. But my phone is just washing that out a little bit. I'm just going in like so, just to blend that out. And I want to look down so bad into my mirror, but there isn't one. So that's a tad bit annoying because I need a mirror that I can look into, especially when I'm doing my eyeshadow. I just need to see what I've got going thus far. So I'm going back into that shade, Just Us. I'm going to do the other side. So far everything's blending pretty well. Like, I don't have any issues in my opinion so far. I don't feel like I have any issues. I'm also using my BK Beauty 202 brush to do this step. Okay, I'm just gonna dip back into that. For me personally, if this was my perfect palette, I think I would eliminate the peach tones, although I don't mind them in here. If this was like my perfect Valentine's Day palette, I would eliminate the peach tones. I would do more like deep purpley plummy shades, and I would do like different tones of pink and like purples, stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, at least like a deep purple matte. I feel like that paired with pink is so pretty. That's like my jam right there. I'm just kind of going back in with that Just Us shade and just like building it up so it's a little bit more vibrant. I think I'm gonna add some face gems to this look. Alrighty. Moving on. Now I'm going to take the shade Yours Truly with this one here, and I'm going to just put that like so. Just kind of tucking it into my lash line in like a V shape, so I have like a little bit more definition there. I'm just gonna sweep it through the crease here, like so. And I'm actually gonna take it in on my inner corner too, because I do want depth on my inner corner as well. It's not really a halo eye. I feel like the tones aren't really that different. Like, there's not enough depth between the shades to really do that. I feel like these shades kind of like meld together really well. So do I think do I think both of those shades need to be in there? No. But here we are. And we'll keep going. At least on my complexion, I don't need both of these shades. Let me say that. Help me, oh no, show me the demons I'm hiding. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there with the eyes. I think because I don't know what to do next. I feel like I've gotten as much depth as I'm going to get from the palette. So I got some NYX glitter glue here for the eyes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of feel like, I don't know. I think I want to do this shade with like some of this in the center. That would be really pretty, like these two colors here. Those two are really speaking to me. And then I would love if this was a matte. That would be super, super pretty. That would be really cool. Okay, I'm going to take some NYX glitter primer on my BK Beauty 203 brush. See, I'm like ready to go here and there's just nothing there. It just throws me off completely, but I get it. And I'm just gonna go right in like that. Get my hair out of there. All right, so now that I have that on, we're just gonna take the shade, what is this called? Better With You. Let me see, is this a pressed glitter? It's not a pressed glitter, but it looks like one. I was wondering about this formula, like what formula that was in there, but it's not. Let's see. It's different. I thought it was going to be have like a little bit more base to it. I still feel like I can see like my eyelid underneath it, but it's got like reflex in it, which are super pretty. Okay, moving on. We're going to go ahead and take the shade Totally Smitten, this one here, and we're gonna put that over top. It's very glittery. It's like very glittery. Yeah, you can't really tell on here, but I need like a little something more. I don't know what it is. I'm just not. Let's see. Okay, let me go ahead and add some of this onto my other eye, the glitter primer. I feel like I need more definition. Like with this amount of glitter, I just feel like I need more definition from the shadows, and I don't really think I'm gonna be able to get that in here, but I'm gonna try. So I'm going back in that shade Better With You. I definitely would recommend using a glitter primer with this because I could see this getting everywhere and just getting messy real fast. So I'd recommend that. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that shade Totally Smitten, which is that lighter pink shade there. Tap that off. And just go right in. I feel like the particles are just like a little too thick in here. if that makes sense, because I feel like it just looks really chunky. And I'm doing everything that I would do normally. I have not switched anything out. I have not switched techniques. I have not done any of that. So I just don't love that because I want to do my makeup how I want to do it. I don't know. It just looks like glitter explosion on my eyes. And like, it looks okay here, but let's see if I can show you guys real close. Like, it just isn't the most flattering shades I've ever used. Like, I don't know, it's just not doing my eyelids any favors. Okay, we're gonna try to keep going here. Okay, so I'm going to take, I think we're done with the shimmers. I don't want to use any more shimmers. Let's go back into the mattes. I think I'm gonna take Yours Truly again. I'm just gonna go right in there, like so. Just try to soften these edges up because it's just so aggressively shimmery. And not shimmery, but it's like, and maybe in a way that's like not how I would want it to be, if that makes sense. And I'm not trying to be like negative about this whatsoever, but I don't know. Okay, so I definitely think that like helped to kind of tone everything back down again. Okay, so I like how this is feeling much better. Let's go ahead and do the lower lash line. We are going to use let's use this shade and this shade. So we're gonna use the shade Just Us on the outer corner. My brush is kind of stiff. Sorry, I had to like soften that up a bit. And then like so. And then I'm gonna take the shade. Should we do Dibs? I just feel like Dibs is so light, but I don't really want to use anything else. We'll do this one and a little bit of this. Okay. I'm going to blow my nose really fast and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my brows also off camera and now I'm just lining my waterline with the Colourpop pencil in the shade Amethyst Hour. It's like a light pink with like a slight purpley tint to it. Nothing too crazy though. Okay, so that's what I look like. I'm going to throw on a slight bit of mascara real quick. Okay. Mirror. Transformed me. Okay, now that I have mascara on, moving on to the blush. Gotta find it. Okay, well, moving on to blush. This is the Colourpop Cutesy Wootsy Lip and Cheek Balm. I think that I would just gonna use this as blush. I don't think I would ever use this as balm, like a lip balm, but you know, to each his own. I love cream blush, so we'll see. Transforms me. I think it's cute. Do I think it's the best cream blush I've ever tried? No. It feels a little stiff in the pan when I go to like dip my brush in it, but other than that, it's cute. It's a little bit of a thicker formula. It's not super creamy. It feels like a little tacky, like if you do that. But anyway, that's the cream blush. I typically would do this like underneath my concealer, but I had to set my under eyes and everything, so I just did it over top. But I think it's glowy. I think it's cute. I think it can be a cute everyday blush moment for me. Moving on, let me do some freckles really fast. These are the Colourpop Freckle Pen. This is in the shade, the darkest one, dark brown. I just kind of go all over. I do think they need like a darker shade in this though, because I feel like that could be beneficial. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm just gonna tap like so. All right, moving on to the lips. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This one is in the shade Pillow Talk 3, which is the darkest one. Okay, I'm just gonna feather that in like so. Okay, then for the gloss, this is the gloss. This is the shade Taken. Just gonna put some of that on. Feels good. Okay, so this is the final look using the new Colourpop Valentine's Day collection. I really like how my makeup turned out. I definitely feel like it was a little bit of a struggle there for a second, but let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts and opinions. Let's just start with the other two items first, the gloss and the blush. The lip gloss feels nice. Do I feel like you need any of these shades? No. I only tried one shade, but I don't think you need any of these shades. Like, the formula is nice, so if you're interested in like getting the formula, I definitely think it is nice. It's not sticky, it's not super thick, it feels good, it feels moisturizing at the same time, and I like the shade. I think the shade is cute. So I think this could be just like a good everyday purse gloss. And then for the blush, I'll have to keep trying out the blush. I feel like it's just a little bit thicker, like not even thick, but I've been using like more liquid blushes lately, and this just has like a thicker feel to it. Like when you go to dip your brush in, it's like a little bit thicker, and it does have kind of like a little bit of a tacky feel to it, just the slightest amount. But I don't know if that's just because I haven't tried like a pan cream blush in a while, so I'm just like, this is a different texture. But yeah, so that's that for these two products. As far as the palette goes, so for the palette, I wish there was like a darker tone in here, because really your darkest shade is this one here. And I get it's like a Valentine's Day collection, so you do want something like with definition. But I think these two shades are too close together to have both of them in here. This one just has like a little bit more of a cooler tone purple base, and this one's just like more on the pink red side of things. The shimmers, I just feel like if you're not careful, they can look very glitter bomb, like glitter bomby, like glitter threw up on your eyeballs, and like with texture on your lids. I feel like that could be very, very interesting, especially with the shade here. I feel like the other ones won't really do that, even this one, but I feel like this one has a lot of texture to it. Like, I don't know, like it just looks like there's like a lot of glitter or something packed into that. Like even when you swatch it, it's like more on the chunky side of things. So I don't love that, but I just think it's a little bit of a learning curve that way. But as far as the formula of the mattes, everything blended out really nicely. The only thing I wish was different was that this color here was a little bit more pigmented. But I will keep playing with this. Eventually it'll be in a palette ranking, but I think if you want this palette, you like this color story, and you've been liking their formula as of lately, then go ahead and get it. Do I think it's something that you need? No. But I do, if you think it's cute and you want these colors in your collection, then I would say go for it. So yeah, that is so far my first thoughts and opinions on the Valentine's Day collection so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was informational. Let me know if you are going to pick up any of these products. If you have, let me know how you like them once you get them in. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.